If you upload it, they will come.
Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Rodney383 here on Anime Real Talk TV, and we're back for season 3 of Game of Thrones. Yes, once again, I got my boy Zip with me,
Hey, what's up, people? Back with a vengeance.
and we also have a new coming. Oh, and this is permanent shit. Like we're in it, all day, 3 times, 3 people, all seats filled. Deadpoolzilla.
Hey guys.
So let's go ahead and get into the premiere of this season. Now, when it first starts off, we have Sam walking aimlessly. Now, I'm assuming that he's just walking aimlessly from where we last seen him, but come to find out, he was sent out to send out some ravens or whatever the case, and he failed to do that. And then the Night's Watch comes behind him, out of the snow. But I thought it was pretty cool that that Ghost jumped out of no fucking where, because if you remember from last season, he just dipped off and was like, oh, where is he at? You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was a little weird because I'm like, okay, is this taking place right after season 2? Because I'm like, okay, man. He was like, did you get the ravens? It's like, no. I'm like, wait, so they rescued them from the White Walkers or something? That was weird to me. I just thought it was open strange.
I was like, because it first starts off, you hear like there's a sound of a battle going on. I'm guessing John's other 2 friends, they bit the dust. And yeah, it does feel like it feels like it's only been, what, a few hours after season 2 for what it looks like?
I like that Ghost jumps on, protects Sam, because Ghost knows that that's John's friend, you know what I'm saying? So, had it been any regular motherfucker, who knows what Ghost would have done. But, I think he has that loyalty to the group because John had that loyalty to them, you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, he's just a wolf and they not even controlling what he's doing.
I'm surprised Ghost isn't looking for John right now.
Same here.
I would imagine he could sniff him out, you know what I'm saying? For all we know, Ghost might be sniffing them out, and that's how they got to that point. But we'll have to find that out. Now we move on to Jon Snow, and he's still being escorted to see the king beyond the wall. And holy shit, I believe we saw a giant. DPZ, did we see a giant?
We did in fact see a giant.
That shit was like, holy shit. And I was thinking, like, that's just one of the things beyond the wall that Mythbusters right there. Like, he just busted his own myth by going beyond the wall. All of that, Night's Watch is a joke. They protecting us from shit that don't exist. Boom, Mythbusters right there. So I was like, damn, it looked pretty good too. The CG on it was pretty good.
The special effects look beautiful. Just the whole scenery and everything looks great in the show. Just aesthetically, it looks amazing. But yeah, that scene with the giant was well done.
Yeah, and the other thing with that scene with the giant is that how they shot it. Because at first you think, oh, that's just a really big guy, and then you see him walk past John. I'm like, oh, that's a really big guy. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. It was like his shin came up like over John's head. It was pretty slick looking. So it was pretty cool. But another quick thing that when John actually meets the man, the king beyond the wall, or who he thinks is the king at the time, like he bends the knee, and it's like we don't do that here. Like, I thought that was, he was given like props pretty much, but they just shitted on him like, no, we don't do that, son. So yeah, take that formal shit back the way you came from. But also John, he's a G. He stood up in that guy's face and said, well, if I'm a traitor, you're a traitor, straight up. And I love how he is aware of his surroundings. He's looking around, sizing them up, because he know the guy over there got up, and he know the guy behind him. So it's like he ready to throw something if he got to throw something. I thought that was interesting.
I like that scene very much because it really shows that John isn't just fighting with his sword; he's just fighting with his brain, similar to how his dad did.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to see how. It was really cool to see how everyone knows John already. We know you're Ned Stark's bastard. You ain't gonna get any special treatment here.
Exactly. I was like, yeah. Like, when he blurted that out, I was like, oh, so you know who he is. You know what I'm saying? I was wondering if he knew or if he was going to bring up at that time everything that was going on in King's Landing with his father being beheaded, all of that stuff. But I would like to believe that he knows that, but maybe he doesn't. I don't necessarily know. Maybe he doesn't know everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Zip?
I was thinking something popped up in my head. I was like, maybe he knows who John's real mom is, because I don't remember this, but did Ned go beyond the wall at one point?
I don't remember.
But
now that's
I was just
something
thinking
that I
maybe
don't
Mance Raider knows who John's mom is. And I'm thinking he's just kind of taunting him like that, and he's like, oh, maybe we're gonna find that out this season. Obviously, we haven't read the books, but that's something that popped in my head.
It could be a little revelation of like where your mom was a
Right.
free person and you were destined to come back. Like, it could be some of that shit.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that turns out. What else you got there?
The other thing I wanted to bring up was that scene when he's talking about he was talking about watching that baby get carried off by whatever it was in the wood, a White Walker, and he's like, I'm here to fight, the White Walkers, and I'm on the side who's going to be killing them. So did I come to? I love that line when he goes, "Did I come to the right place?"
I never thought that he thought about it like that. Like, well, the crows, they know about this, and I'm just supposed to just shut up and just take that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling them they stealing babies, they snatching your babies up, and like they whatever they doing with the kids. I think I don't know, what they're doing with them. Are they, either they're not using them for food, because you can use any random motherfucker for food. So are they raising the kids to be White Walker people? I don't understand. But yeah, it was he now we don't know. I don't know at this point if he used that and he just had that in him to pull out of his pocket, to get out of the situation, to make them believe that he wanted to be there, or does he really believe and want to be there with them? You know what I'm saying? Because that seems like an afterthought, that he was like, oh yeah, I don't want to fight with you guys no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
he had just killed Corin, like, an hour before. So, at that point, I don't know. So we'll see how sincere it is. But I will say I did love that the king picked up on John liking Egret, and her liking him back. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm happy that that's getting some shine, because I want that to go. She gonna turn your boy into a man, and he will fly like a crow. Yes, he will.
Wow, yeah, I'm expecting a fuck scene from that.
Now let's move on to something that I was waiting for personally. Was that Tyrion and Cersei? You want to go in on that, Zip?
Oh yeah. Basically, Tyrion is in the room by himself, seemingly just abandoned. Like, his father hasn't visited him, nobody's visited him, and then Cersei comes along. And I like how he was very cautious. He's like, I think you're the one who tried to get me killed in the first place. She's like, I mean, he doesn't say that out loud, but then when she comes to the door and everything, he's got his guard up, and she's like, if I wanted you killed, it would have been done already. And he opens the door, and he's got that axe in his hand. He's like, I'm ready for you. I'm going to chop you in half if I need to,
Yeah.
And the scene between those two was good. I mean, I really like the fact that, Tyrion just owns her so much in dialogue. She's like, you're not as smart as you think you are. He's like, well, that still makes me smarter than you. And clever than you. But I also like the fact that she does acknowledge that the dude is, intelligent, and she has to watch out for him. Like, he's a potential threat.
Also, Bronn. I was like, holy shit! I thought they kicked him out of King's Landing completely, because they didn't want any knowledge or recollection that he was even there. So the fact that they found him so quickly, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, that is awesome. And he was going in. He was getting some whores. Well deserved, I would say, out of that Blackwater stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was actually, after Blackwater, I was afraid he was dead. I thought the explosion killed him as well, so it was nice to see him alive.
Yeah, because he shot the arrow.
Yeah.
I ain't think he was dead, because they acknowledged that, oh, he's been relieved of duty, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. I didn't think that was a character we wouldn't see him till later on. Obviously, he's not dead, so we would have seen him at some point. But I didn't think we were gonna see him this early on. You know what I'm saying? And he's still talking about the money. He like, show me the money, and I'm doubling my price.
Yeah, I love that scene where the squire comes in. He's like, Lord Tyrion needs you, boy. I'm busy. And I love that he's like, it's a matter of life and death, boy. I will kill you.
Man, that was kind of funny, man. Your boy, faithful squire. Man, that was pretty funny, man. Now let's go to Davos.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised he's alive.
Yeah, I was, man, and he looked scorched.
Yeah.
And malnourished than a motherfucker. Like, did they starve this dude like in between set scenes and stuff? Cause he looked like he was stranded, like Tom Hanks, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? So. And he does meet, is it Salazar? Salador?
I think that's his name, yeah.
Yeah, his buddy. And, they pick him up, and I thought their relationship, like, it showed that they were old friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like their little interaction. What'd you think about that, DPZ?
Yeah, I liked how they really did play off each other, but I love that scene when Davos is talking to those men who come to his rescue, and he's like, "Who do you serve from?" And he tells them the one true king of Westeros, Stannis Baratheon, and they just throw him the line.
The hesitation, you seen it,
yeah,
right? So he could have easily, scoped out the clothes they were wearing or whatever case, and tried to guess what they would have wanted to say, but he was like, "Man, I'm a motherfucking G. Stannis Baratheon all day. Kill me or not. Yeah. Like, let's go."
And it's still nice to see him loyal to Stannis, despite everything.
Exactly. That loyalty is like, just the best stuff on the planet. I love that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Now, also, when he goes to Stannis, now he's basically a puppet on strings now.
Yep.
His whole demeanor and not even barely acknowledging Davos is just disgusting. I was like, holy shit. Like, this, he's done. He's gone. What'd you think about that, Zip?
Yeah, I thought that was really, really just like really fucked up. I mean, Melisandre had the hold on Stannis, and she's pretty much just like, fuck Davos. Like, Davos never liked her or trusted her from the beginning, and I don't know, I just get the feeling she gonna make Stannis kill Davos. Something.
Yeah. Like that. I mean, because it's like you come there after a battle, and you're like, holy shit, he's gotten worse. Yeah. He's gotten even worse with this bitch. With this fiery red-headed temptress. And I was like, he even pulled out the knife. Your boy Davos was like, this bitch got to die. Today. Yeah. Tonight.
And I got a feeling his story isn't over yet.
Yeah, come on now. That's Davos. He that dude, I don't know. I like his character. Now let's move on to Robb, and they come up on some northern territory. Hella northerners just slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? Expected in war, but for whatever reason, it was more impactful. Because it directly led into his mom getting locked up. You want to explain that, DPZ?
When that scene comes up of Robb and his army coming up to that fortress and finding all of their, fellow countrymen killed, and I was really expecting Robb to be like, "Look what you did," turn to his mom and go, "Look what you've done." Mm-hmm. But I think action spoke louder than words in that when he had her locked away. For a while, and you do see already that on some of his men's faces, and it's probably going to be played up more in the next episode, that a lot of Robb's generals and his commanding officers are starting to question his motives now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing of like your men are looking at you like, how can you let her walk free after what she has done to us? So they're looking at him. That she's the cause. They know that she's the cause, and nothing is done. Okay, I gotta squash that because my men will turn against me. You know what I'm saying? And I like how there were no words spoken on it. She accepted it because she knows she had went against, whether she thought it was right or not. She knows she had went against a order, or she had just did it without his consent.
Yeah.
That was something that was not for her to do, and she just accepted that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she knew it had to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Son or not, Robb is the king.
Exactly.
I get the feeling those people are going to betray Robb. I just get the feeling they're going to turn their back on him and kill his ass or something. Because the way they were the way the two guys were talking, I think that was
Yes.
Robb's right hand, and the other guy, I forget his name, but the way they were talking, I get the feeling they're just like, yeah, we should turn on Robb. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, because I remember last season people were saying, "Beware the bastard of Bolton," and I see. I don't know. You know, we got some new characters in there, so I don't know exactly who those two were. But the youngest out of the two, he had a look in his eye like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He was keeping it locked. He was keeping his eyes locked. So I was like, okay, well, you know, he gonna have to die. Something gonna have to happen. You know what I'm saying? Now let's move on to some harsh shit. Some shit that was hard for me to hear. Coming from a dad. Oh man, Tyrion and Tywin. Man, it was heated and heart-wrenching. I was like, holy fucking balls. Now, at that point, I knew why he is the way he is, Tyrion. Why he has to do more intellectually to make up for, you know, his shortcomings, you know, physically. But pretty much that scene showed me that in the eyes of Tywin, he will never ever be equal, even a half as much as equal as a true, full-fledged, tall Lannister. Like, he basically said, because you're my son, I will give you these privileges. And like, it's just by chance that you become a dwarf. It's like, if you wasn't my son, I would kill you right now. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and he said, because I can't prove that you're not my son. Yo, I was like, oh, in the heart. Oh man. That shit, it hurt a little bit. You want to go in on that, Zip?
Yeah, that was really, really fucked up. And it's really messed up because without Tyrion, really, nothing would have went right for the war. I mean, Stannis would have pretty much went in on them. Like, I mean, because Joffrey's bitch ass didn't do anything. And Stannis would have owned King's Landing. But it was because of Tyrion's thinking that really got them to win that. And he doesn't even acknowledge that. And Tyrion's like, it's my right. I forgot what place he said. But he's...
Casterly Rock.
Yeah, Casterly Rock. He's like, that's my right. And Tywin is just like, no, that's not. I don't care what you think. You're not getting no acknowledgement from me, nor are you getting Casterly Rock. So just stay in your little spot and get the fuck away from me. And by the way, before I'm done with you, if I catch another whore, I'm killing her. I was just like,
he what was funny about that particular part is that he didn't even wait to get through half of the damn last sentence. All he heard was the beginning word of whore, and he just kept walking like, you know, I know what you're gonna say. Let's just keep it moving, nigga.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought
the other thing, like with that scene, is when Tyrion was talking about, you know, he was like, oh, I just want a little gratification, you know, a little thanks would be nice, because I pretty much protected Blackwater till your ass arrived. And Tywin tells him, you think I ever got a rose every time I got injured? No, that never happened. And to some extent, Tywin has a point, but then again, he's very old class.
Now, due to some technical difficulties, DPZ had to drop out of the call, but me and Zip are gonna finish up for you guys. So, with the Tywin and Tyrion conversation, it was pretty heated, and I was like, holy shit. He hates his son. He even said, he like, you're gonna ask for something? You who killed your mother to be born? He like, you're insensitive goblin. Like, he was saying all types of shit to him.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous. I mean, and it's crazy because last season, you know, he was kind of a grandfather figure to Arya when they, you know, going back and forth with their whole thing. But now, you know, you just see that this guy is piece of shit.
Now you see the real one.
Yeah,
you see the real person when he's in the midst of the war and, you know, he got shit to do. He's saying he got to take care of 7 kingdoms, and this motherfucker want to come up in here and take my time up. I got papers to write, documents to sign. I mean, what do you want?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just come out and say, I want you to love me, because, you know, that's weak shit. But you know, in a way, he was shitted on.
Yeah.
Joffrey handed out gifts to everybody, none to Tyrion. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be fair about it, be fair about it. So he is due something because everybody else got something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If anything, you know, just on that premise alone. Not even I'm looking for some glory shit. Just on that premise, but you know, yeah. So you see a little bit, and Tywin, he's holding out that Jaime's alive. When Jaime comes back, oh, he will be tickled pink. This motherfucker will be jumping for joy.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny to see.
Yeah. Yeah, you had Sansa and Shay. They had a little conversation, you know, playing a little game with the ships, and Lord Baelish comes up. Now, you know, this is the second time he's offered to take her, you know, off to home, pretty much, not knowing that. I think he knows that the home is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's Lord Baelish. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So where is he gonna take her? You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, obviously you can't trust Littlefinger, but I'm guessing he just wants to take her for himself and just fuck everything else. Because he obviously seems like he just wants to leave King's Landing as well. I'm guessing because maybe Varys or somebody's getting in on his shit. Somebody's starting to, you know, find out a lot more about him than he wants them to know. So he's just like, yeah, you know what? I want to get out of here. You want to, basically, that's what I got from that scene is, I want to get the fuck out of here. You want to come now. If not, fuck you. You know?
Yeah, because she seems to be getting a little more respect and being left alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't. Still have a guard on her and stuff like that because she is a valuable asset to Robb. You know, she's a bargaining chip. So I guess they wanna, but they're beating her less than they were when she was, you know, gonna be the queen, which is odd. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just thought that was weird, but, you know. But, now let's move on to the thing that I wanted to see. The dragons. Oh, the magnificence.
Yeah.
Man, they're getting big. They're getting big.
Yes,
and I'm happy that they show some growth progression. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, good stuff. Now, the dragon's growth, I don't know the growth spurt, you know, time frame or whatever the case, but the dragon's growth would suggest that maybe, you know, a little bit of time has passed. I don't know if it's a week or a month. You know, I'm not sure.
That's what I'm saying.
But, you know,
yeah, with the time skip, it's kind of weird. I don't know where they are. Like, is it like a year passed since that happened? All this shit went down?
I don't think it's a year. I don't think it's a year.
A couple months, like you said. But
yeah.
It's definitely interesting. You know, all the dragons are getting bigger, which is cool, and it looks like Daenerys is definitely taking more command. You know, she's becoming more and more fierce.
Yeah.
She's even in a way kind of brushing off Jorah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
She's just kind of like, yeah, you're kind of a father figure to me. I'm not gonna, you know, let you hit it. So get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like at this point, I only see him as like trying to help her above all things. You know what I'm saying? But you know, because even with her, when she was getting new soldiers, like the dude was hella disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the girl with him was trying to basically say it in a nice way so it wouldn't be disrespectful to them or whatever the case. And I was waiting for Davos to be like, oh yeah, I can speak your language and I'm gonna kill you right now, bitch. But and cutting off the nipple, ooh.
Oh yeah. You talking? Yeah. That. Whoa, that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, not only did you didn't just pinch my nipple and just chop off the nipple. You basically cut off a quarter of a chest of a pectoral muscle.
Right.
And just told him to get back in line.
Yeah, and the soldier was just like, it was glad to. I'm happy to serve you. It was good to serve you. I'm like, what?
Weird.
And I like how Daenerys is still just like, I don't want to own slaves. Like, she's not, you know, she needs an army. She wants an army and all that, but she hasn't lost her caring attitude. You know, she hasn't become.
Yeah. You know, but I think she realizes that she needs people like that, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To that ruthless shit to go up in there and do what needs to be done. But yeah, that baby's like killing all them babies and stuff like that disturbed her. But we also get a little scene of the warlocks. I don't know if it was like them transformed into the girl or they were controlling the girl, but it was, you could tell once you seen the face of the girl, it was like a warlock. They had that same lips and
Yeah,
all of that.
just
Basically tried to kill her, you know what I'm saying? So now she got a guild of warlocks trying to assassinate her and shit.
yeah.
So, that was pretty cool. And they also met another member of her old, of her father's King's Guard or whatever the case. I forget his name, but that's another person from the Targaryen, like, era that Jorah knows, and yet he didn't seem very excited to have him there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that was the knight from season 1 that was kicked out of King's Landing.
Was it?
Yeah, that was him.
I did not recognize him. Maybe because he a little more scruffy looking.
Yeah, yes.
But I remember he was like, I can cut through the lot of you like butter.
Yeah, that's
like,
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Okay. He's scruffy looking, boy. But yeah. So we got some more people. So I thought that was it only helps, having that caliber of warrior on your side. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now let's get off with Joffrey going through the town, you know what I'm saying? He's going through, he in this little carriage, leaning back, it's a bumpy ride, but he dealing with it. And Marjorie decides to up jumps the buggy and just hop out. Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, she pretty much gets out and decides basically to do some charity work in a way, just help out the poor kids and everything, and kind of comfort the kids. Although I don't think she's doing that. I think she's doing that just to make herself look good in front of the Lannisters or something like that. Because obviously she wants to get to a position where Joffrey sees her caring side or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that she was doing it to try to get the people back on Joffrey's side because everyone hates him.
Yeah, that's that too. Yeah, I didn't think.
And in the long run, it's like, well, the people won't forget. Yeah, we hate that nigga right there. However, oh, the queen is merciful. Is she not merciful?
Right.
So, I think that's the way that they're going with that, or that she's trying to do. And her and Cersei have a little clash, and I was like, holy shit! Like the concept of charity was foreign to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like digging down, getting your hands dirty, and helping motherfuckers.
Right.
What is like this charity? She's familiar with these things, and I'm like, what the fuck? Don't you guys know niggas are starving? You got dirty kids out there drinking dirty water, like
Yeah.
I don't know. So, definitely, Cersei is uncomfortable with the amount of say-so they have in certain things. Plus, Joffrey is like blatantly disrespecting her. You know what I'm saying? Which he came within his right to do so, but Yeah,
she likes to speak out. Just ignore her bitch ass, basically.
I know. Yeah, I'm like, that is it like that?
And then I found it funny. He was kind of looking up and down, like, yeah, I'm gonna give me some of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my lady, this dude a trip. And I think the reason Cersei is like that also because she's pretty much about to be replaced. Like, she's not gonna be the queen anymore once Marjorie steps into the position and really gets into Joffrey's heart and all that. So. Her time is pretty ticking. She's not even on good footing with her father, not per se, and she's not on good footing with Joffrey. Joffrey's getting tired of her stuff. He's getting older. He's the king, and he doesn't want anybody overseeing him. So
exactly. I wonder how Marjorie will deal with Tyrion. Because he seems to be like the little goblin they keep under the steps, and he isn't seen with them. It's almost like they won't acknowledge him now. I mean, he will get a little job or position or whatever the case. It's like his father just throwing some bones. Man, that shit just pissed me off a little bit, man.
Yeah, it did to me too. I mean, great character.
Yeah, here, take the scraps, bitch.
Yeah.
And be happy with that because you're a dwarf. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that motherfucker boy. But I mean, that's all we got. You got anything else to add?
Yeah, it was a pretty decent episode. I just wish it was, a 2-hour premiere because I really wanted to see the other characters, Arya and Bran, and what they've been up to with the kids, because those are my favorite characters in the show. But
Uh-huh.
we'll get to see that next week because I can imagine they're going through some shit. I mean, a lot of shit, especially with that shit with Bronn and Theon and all that bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah, they're real good at splitting up the screen time.
Yeah.
I would say, they started right off jump with John. You know what I'm saying? So, I like that. I wanted to see what was going on with that. But yeah, this Rotten 33. Holla at your boy.
It's your boy Ziploc Gory, back with a vengeance. See y'all next time.
And we'll see you guys next week. Yes, we will. Okay, see you. Peace.
Peace.